Hey everyone, Graham from Loudwire here with Mr. Tom Morello. Thank you so much for your
What's
time.
going on? Good to see you, sir.
Good to see you again. Very much appreciative.
Here we are.
So you are here performing both music and a spoken word set.
Yep.
Are you doing spoken word very much otherwise?
I'm just comfortable talking in front of an audience. I'm going to tell tales of tragedy and triumph from throughout my career. And
oh, wow.
Yeah.
I'm going to check that out. Are you planning to do this any other times or just
They
here?
just asked me to do it. It's a feature they have at this festival. I don't mind doing it. I enjoy doing it, though. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, with the Atlas Underground stuff, I know that your idea, you want to flip the traditional rock and roll show on its head.
Yeah.
So how's that been going?
Yeah.
How's the reaction been?
It's been great. I mean, I collaborated with a guy by the name of Sean Evans for the show. He was the artistic director for Roger Waters' last two tours,
Oh,
the
wow.
Wall tour and Us and Them.
All
So we
right,
put
then.
something together that's real, dude. Like, this is not. This is not a backyard rodeo. We got when I'm playing songs from throughout my career. There's Rage, there's Audioslave, there's Springsteen, there's the Atlas Underground songs, and we've made a show that's like immersive and challenging and very exciting on a heavy metal day in Ohio.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah. So I know that the Atlas Underground concept is sort of a new culmination of genres for the modern day.
Yeah.
Obviously, you've had a great success with mashing genres in the past.
Sure.
Why was this the right combination?
Yeah. Well, I mean, this Atlas Underground record is my 19th studio record, and I wanted to make a record that was challenging to me, but I really wanted to make like a guitar record for the new millennium, and a way that is for the new millennium. The idea is like to make sort of a Trojan horse of a record and inflict my guitar vision on a new generation by bringing in collaborative partners who employ some of the sonics of now, but making an uncompromising, authentic guitar record for now. And since this tour, honestly, it's the most electric guitar heavy playing tour that I've ever done, as far as like soloing, and it's like the focus is really on the guitar. It moves kind of the guitar to the. It's not like one of the, like, I love Jeff Beck and I love Steve Vai. When they do concerts, they're fantastic. But those are kind of almost like jazz concerts with a guitar.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not that. This is like with songs and with riffs and with ideas at the forefront, with the electric guitar leading the way.
I know that you've just been named a Smart Justice Ambassador for the ACLU.
Yeah.
So what does that mean exactly?
Sure. It means like in each of the cities where we play, we interact with like grassroots organizations who are working on making the criminal justice system more just and fair.
Yes.
And so then we'll highlight those, whether it's at the show or at booths or on social media afterwards, to let fans know this is what's going on in your community. If you want to get involved, here's how you can.
Okay. So what's been, say, the most memorable?
Oh, wow. I mean, meeting with people who had spent a lot of time in solitary confinement.
Oh, yes.
And like what that. Like people go into jail, they go into solitary confinement, they come out as your neighbors, and like solitary confinement is torture, and it really like messes with people's minds in a way that is not rehabilitating, and just sort of making you want there to be justice, but you want to be smart in a way that makes for a better country for everybody, and is not just sort of punitive and cruel, and creates more dangerous people when they come out. So that's the idea.
What do you think of the criminal justice reform that we're seeing right now?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a long way to go.
Sure.
There's a tremendous amount of like racial bias in the criminal justice system, and people who commit exactly the same crime, but if they have a different skin color or a different bank account, they get very different outcomes. And that's just, Lady Justice is supposed to be blind, and she's definitely not when it comes to cash and race.
Yeah, she's often for profit, unfortunately.
Yes,
sure. So I want to talk a little bit about the 2020 election, because there's 900 Democratic nominees right now.
Yes.
It's getting it's a lot.
It's a lot.
But is there anyone that has caught your eye, or that you think that you may support when it comes time to it?
I worked for 2 years as the scheduling secretary for United States Senator Alan Cranston, so I have experience seeing how the sausage was made, and it's ugly.
It is.
And it's very money-based. And any candidate that takes money from Wall Street, in my view, is disqualified off the bat.
Okay.
Because I got to see it. Like, the guy that I worked for was very, very progressive on environmental and immigration issues, and he spent most of his day asking rich dudes for money, who then would later on call him up and ask him for stuff.
Yes.
And that's not the way. So I look, the organizations and the politics that I've always been involved in are grassroots. It's not waiting for some messiah to change the world because you elect them. It's people who are not waiting for shit and are working today to make their communities better. That's really what I've been involved in, and that's where I put my hope.
Gotcha. But so no one in particular yet?
The short answer would be no one in particular.
No one in particular right now. But
no one's metal enough for me yet who's running. That's probably the problem.
Do you think there's going to be more of a demand for politicians that don't take corporate PAC money and things like that?
I think we should demand it. I mean, I think that's the only, unless you want, it's not it's this kind of oligarchy where I did it for a living. I saw my job. We would sit there'd be 10 phones in a row, and there'd be 10 rich dudes who the senator would ask for money, and then we go and we do 10 more, and then I took their calls when they were calling up asking for favors too. Like, that's not democracy. That's like this like a rich people ruling everybody system, And I think we can do better than that.
Do you believe that the United States is as divided as the media would like to portray?
I think that with regards to like what people's real kind of wants and hopes and needs are, I'd say no. I mean, people want they want to be able to make a living. They want to be able. They want a justice system that's fair. They want there to be not to be war and not to be homelessness. Now, the route that we choose to get those things is different. But I think that a lot of the divisiveness is very helpful. Like when you pit different people of different races against each other, then it's one of the oldest divide and rule tactics in forever, is keeping working class people apart by telling them what their interests are different when they're really not. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
And one thing that does unite us is music.
Oh,
you'll
sure.
See, and I've known for my entire decades-long career, it's people of various political persuasions, various ethnicities who come together, one, to enjoy music and have a good time, but then find themselves in a community and watch together, perhaps we're stronger than we are separately.
Yeah, and you get to see that on both of the coasts.
That's correct.
And then
everywhere.
In Sheboygan.
Everywhere. Yeah. And in Columbus.
In Columbus, Ohio, where it's probably very purple, I guess we could say.
Yeah.
So in your mind, is there any desire whatsoever for any sort of Rage reunion?
What I desire is for people, bless your heart, to stop asking about a Rage reunion and start forming bands themselves and doing the work. That's what I think. That's what you guys need to be doing. Stop moaning and whining. Put together your own, whatever your band is that's going to be doing that same work.
I do appreciate the honesty.
But I understand you need to ask.
Yeah. A bit of a fan.
Yeah.
How about Prophets? What are we going to get?
We're working on new Prophets music. We're doing a European festival run in August, and hopefully have music out maybe even before the end of summer.
Good. Have you guys been writing riffs?
Yeah, we've got a lot of stuff. We kind of wrote about half a record, then Cypress put out a record. Chuck's been out. I was out, so we took a step back. But the Prophets of Rage is kind of like the Avengers. And so August is time for Infinity War.